Let's talk about that real ID that's coming out in the US. Well, it's been out for a while, but they're saying on May 7th, if you don't have it, you can't fly internally. Well, I'm Scott Russell, so I thought, let's have a little chat about some of that. People are like, is it the mark of the beast? What's wrong with it? And really what it is it's the government cataloguing us. And that real ID, what people don't understand, is being linked with, and this is what they're doing all over the world globally, if you track that through our group. But what they're doing is they're linking it to a social credit score. So somebody throws something in the recycle bin that they shouldn't, and your next door neighbour tells that you did. They get points, you lose points. Then your children are not allowed to go to certain schools because you don't have a good enough social credit score. They won't let you on planes if your social credit score is too low. You have to be socially responsible in the way that the government dictates that. That's already happening in in China. They've linked it with your medical record, digital medical record. So now if the doctor says you can't eat Big Macs, you go and you try to pay it with a central bank digital currency or a digital currency, you go and try and pay at McDonald's, it'd be decline. They take that away from you. There's movement restrictions. If they say that you're not allowed out of a certain area, just like in COVID, they'll put a restriction on you and because of your digital ID. The digital ID is the precursor to a mark of the beast. If I believe it's of biblical proportions, I think we are seeing most people will just accept it because they want the ease of doing business, the ease of getting on a plane easier. It is a lot easier in many ways, and so it makes sense in some ways, but the problem is where it goes. Is Trump somebody who's, promoting that? Well, he's definitely got alignment with some of the globalist agenda while he's being nationalist in a lot of what he's giving. He's giving with the left hand while he's taking with the right. And I have said this well before Trump was ever in. You can go back and look at the videos that he's really is going to be the precursor to bring about a digital ID. Because when he brings about a digital ID, it'll be accepted by the Christian crowd. If anybody else did that, it would have been seen as a mark of the beast and no one would take it. But Trump is seen as almost the messiah by the Christian section of the community, conservative Christian, and so he can get away with a lot. And he's bringing in a digital ID, which is a precursor to a mark of the beast. Already have it in other parts of the world. I know a man here, one of the guys he's closely associated with, has a chip in his hand already. The right hand, the Bible says in the right hand and the forehead, they'll be sealed with a mark that you won't be able to buy or sell without it. Facial recognition, isn't it interesting? The Bible talks about the forehead, right where the facial recognition picks it up. And so, Bill Gates has an invisible tattoo that you can get, and it would have a lot of your information on it. The technology is already there. Do I think Trump's going to bring it in? No, I think he's bringing in the digital ID, and I think at some point, I believe he'll have a bit of a wake up with God to what he's doing. But I think we're going to see the administrations that come after Trump are going to start to become more and more authoritarian with that. So right now it's easy for people. Oh, we'll just sign up, no big deal. Very big deal. The next few administrations that come. And we are watching that in other parts of the world. I've shared videos from China where people don't have a good credit score. They can't even get out of their housing development. They have to BIP to get out of it in their 15-minute cities that they're bringing out. And they're already doing that in the US. So USA, don't think that you're exempt from this. The globalist WEF agenda, World Economic Forum agenda, look it up. It's being brought through, shoved through by your politicians, which really is probably something like the Club of Rome or whoever that's bringing that out. We won't get into that side of it. But definitely there's an alignment through some of your politicians that the language that they're talking is straight out of globalist textbooks. And unfortunately, at this point, Trump is using some of that language. So he's aligning with what's going on around the world. Yes, he's nationalist. Yes, he's for the USA, but he's also for a globalist agenda. So anyway, I shared a website about the Real ID, and I think it's saying on there that you will be able to travel there are ways you can travel without having to have the digital ID, because I do believe the Constitution protects a lot of the Americans from that. It's just whether or not the Americans stand up. So, yeah, it's interesting times. It's times to know your God. It's time to be able to know where you're going in life and what you're doing, and to prepare for the fact that this world is changing and it's not coming back. Yes, the currency is going to collapse. Yes, we are going to see digital currency rise up. Yes, I do believe there's going to be 3 years where the globalist agenda is going to struggle, and there'll be a 3-year window where you'll see a move of God, where people are coming in and understanding they are loved, and what comes out of that is change. So God bless you, and let's keep moving forward.